welcome you faces back to another challenge. Yes, another one. We paint a lot of Space Marines over here, so we are stepping out of our comfort zone and we are going to paint the Lizard Men, my new absolute favourite. Everywhere I go, I'm like in my basket. But we are going to be painting them with some modified contrasts. So, I'm scared, but let's see what we can do. In this video, we are going to be painting the Lizard Men, and we are going to be using some crazy contrasts to make your Lizard Men stand out in the battlefield. So this is what we're going for today. This lovely, nice blue look with the little bits of gold on him. This is my first attempt, so let's see how it goes. So we're going to go in and dry brush him with a white. And we're going to paint his chest, hands, all those little details like that, just to keep them a little lighter and make them stand out more. Now we're going to go and get the bits under the tail, as they need to stay lighter than the top half of him. Now we're going to go in and do his hands. This is good practice for my Blood Bowl team, but they're going to be a completely different colour scheme. And then lastly, his feet. So we're actually going to mix a similar base colour into each contrast, and we're going to use that to apply that over. So this is the lighter one of the two. It's about a drop of the base colour and a little bit of the contrast you'd like to use, and just give them a mix together and apply them to your model. Just a nice even coat all over. Now the other side to match. I absolutely love this colour, it's so nice. Now we're going in with a darker shade, again literally like a drop or two of the base colour, mix it in with a contrast and apply it to the top half of your model. You can blend it in a little bit more around the inside of the legs and coming down the arms, just so you have that light dark gradient between like the underskin and the top of him. This is my first time painting with contrast like this, and it's actually quite exciting, and you can have a lot of fun doing this. So this is what he should be looking like. And we're going to go in and wash him, just to bring a little bit more definition to those scales. Just I feel like we've lost it a little bit, but this should definitely bring it back. It also just deepens that blue a little bit and just gives a bit more of a contrast to the lighter blue underneath. Now we're going to dry brush it all over again with the first blue that we used on the lighter base, just to bring back a bit of colour and a bit of highlight on the model. We're going to go in and paint his tongue. I almost forgot to do this, so that would have been absolutely tragic. Now we're going to go in and paint his eyes yellow, just a big contrast, make them stand out a little bit, and then we'll go in and do a little black line just to get those reptile kind of styled eyes. And this is where we are up to currently. He's looking good. So now we're just washing all of his mouth, washing his teeth as well, just to bring a bit of warmth and a bit of definition, and just bring it all together. Now we're going to go paint all of those little rope details. This was kind of terrifying and I did have to go back and tidy up a little bit. But all the rope behind his back, on his tail, anywhere like that you can spot it, we're going to go in and then we're going to wash that again afterwards, just to make those little bits of rope stand out. So now we're just washing over all of that rope. Now it's time to bring those weapons to life. We're going to go and we're going to wash that in a nice black colour. So I'm painting this bit grey, but I do actually change my mind in a little bit and go with gold, but it does help give the gold a little bit of a good, like a better coverage. Time to go with that nice gold. We're going to cover his shield, we're going to touch up his weapons with it, and then we're going to paint his little bracelet on his wrist, the ends of the rope on his tail, and the little metal bracelets around his legs. These were actually so difficult to paint. I genuinely thought I was going to leave like the biggest mark across the weapon. Now we're just highlighting it with a bit of grey. Now we're going to fill in his little teeth. We're going to paint the little emerald green, so we're going with a lighter green, a darker green, and then finish it off with a white little dot. Now we need to dry brush the shield with silver. Just blends together really nicely, and when you take a photo it gives the best shine. Give that a good wash to bring it all together. Don't forget any of the other gold details on him too. We're now going to apply some PVA glue to his base. Get it nice and evenly covered so we can get some dirt on him. Time to dip him in, give him a little shake, a little pat to get all the excess off. Just securing our first bit of grass, going in with the second piece. I love basing models, it really brings the miniature together. And this is what it should look like. I also want to say thank you so much for the support, and I'd also like to thank our patrons. I will put them on the screen now. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see next.